Hey guys, it's Christy. That was just a little tribute to the searchers who got out there and did their absolute best to bring this baby home. So, Ivon is back in Oklahoma, and it sounds like he's probably going to be looking at the death penalty, which he should, and they take that seriously here in Oklahoma. We kill a person about every month, so got that to look forward to. Still not feeling great, so bear with me. I'm going to talk to you today. The remains still haven't been officially identified, but funeral services have been arranged, and it's fantastic what they're doing for this child. And we had talked in my last video about donating money and who should we donate money to, who shouldn't we donate money to, and things like that. So I'm going to go over some of that because, of course, there's some sketchy people out there trying to get paid on the back of the tragedy of this little girl. But there is a legit fund you can donate to that I have verified. So let's kind of get into all of the latest. Let's see. So here is Ivon back in Oklahoma. This is his mugshot that they took when he got here last night. They did not treat him to a flight back from Arizona. They actually drove him 15 hours back from Arizona. And this is the picture that goes along with her obituary that we're going to take a look at. It's heartbreaking. But first, let's talk about this. So this GoFundMe came out, and they titled it Official Fundraiser for Athena Brownfield. And it was organized by a family member. This family member didn't even know she existed until this happened. He's like the brother of a grandmother or something like that. Hang on, I got a little bit more. So they put out, it says, before you send any money, please know that the state of Oklahoma has a victims compensation fund that will bury Athena. This GoFundMe is organized by a relative that did not know Athena existed until a week ago. And so when he started getting all the backlash for the fake GoFundMe, I don't know if he took it down, but people had contacted GoFundMe, and the money that had been donated to that is being held while they kind of investigate. So then he comes out and he's like, oh, I want you to donate somewhere else, and it's a different GoFundMe, and he's saying that all of that money will go to the fund that's been set up for her sister Adina. And GoFundMe hasn't commented on that, and the bank wouldn't verify that he had made arrangements for the money to go straight from the GoFundMe into the bank. So I would say, in this case, just stay away from any of the GoFundMes that you might see out there. I don't trust them. So here is a news video that will kind of tell you about the donations for the family.
I have 2 small children, and I just can't fathom what happened. And so I just wanted to come and, just put some stuff up here, and hopefully she knows that, everybody loves her.
The community of Cyril, Oklahoma, making a memorial for 4-year-old little Athena Brownfield as the medical examiner works now to confirm the identity of the child remains that were found earlier this week in Rush Springs.
Athena and her 5-year-old sister had been in the care of Alicia and Ivon Adams for about a year and a half now. Both of them are now behind bars. The community is rallying around Athena's sister now. They have created a bank account for donations to go straight to the family who is currently taking care of the 5-year-old. You can find more information on Athena's case at news9.com.
So I have put a link in the description box for the bank that is taking the donations for Adina. It will go to the family that is caring for her right now. And it is the First National Bank and Trust of Chickasaw. So Chickasha, I'm sorry. If you want to donate anywhere, I would say do it there, because they verified with me that they are in fact handling this donation fund. And then this was posted. It says funeral services for Athena. Sorry. Beans and Bandit are fighting in the background, play fighting. Funeral services for Athena Alexandria Brownfield are set for January 25th, 2023 at the Stride Center, with Senator Roger Thompson officiating. Sorry. They just got up from a nap, so they're full of energy, and they sound like little cats or gremlins or something. So it's going to be at the Stride Center with Senator Roger Thompson officiating. Services are under the kind guidance of the Amy Stitsworth Funeral Service and Cremation Directors. The funeral home tells News 4 that Athena's funeral is being provided free of charge. They are not charging for her services. They say any GoFundMe to pay for Athena's funeral is bogus. And then there's the link to send flowers. You can plant a tree in memory of her. And they also have what I'm wanting to do. If you guys want to go in with me, you can plant a grove of trees in her honor, which I thought was really cool. And then it has her obituary and everything. And I've linked a link to her obituary in the description box below as well. So if you want to send flowers or anything like that, or just leave a note of condolence on her page, you can do that. And I just think it's fantastic what they're doing for this funeral. So I want to play this video for you because it just, I've told you all, I love my state and I love the people that live here. And this just proves like they're amazing. I love this.
Man accused of killing a little girl from Cyril. He is back in Oklahoma.
Ivon Adams was booked into the Caddo County Jail within the past hour. He was taken into custody in Arizona in connection to the disappearance of Athena Brownfield. He's facing a first-degree murder charge for allegedly beating Athena to death. Adams and his wife, Alicia, were taking care of the 4-year-old when she vanished. Alicia is also facing charges for child neglect.
Earlier this week, OSBI agents found a child's body while searching for Athena. Those remains, however, still have not been positively identified by the medical examiner as Athena's. Services for the little girl will be held next Wednesday at 2 p.m. at the Stride Center, that is in Enid. The Enid community came together to donate the center for Athena's funeral. Stittsworth Funeral Services also tells us they are not charging for the service, so there is no need for any financial assistance. They say they are doing this as a blessing.
Doing it as a blessing. I love that. So for y'all that don't live here, this is the Stride Center. It's a big venue that, you know, they have concerts there and things like that. It's very nice. And I'll show you what the inside looks like. It's massive. So I feel like this place is probably going to be packed. I don't feel like there's going to be an empty seat because the whole state and even y'all that aren't in the state have really rallied behind this little girl and what happened to her. So I expect it will be a packed house for her funeral. And I'm just so happy and proud that they donated this amazing space to have it in and that they're not charging for the funeral. And I just know it's going to be beautiful and exactly what she deserves. And I want to take a minute and talk about Senator Roger Thompson. I'm very proud that he will be officiating because he is a state senator and one of the counties he represents is mine. And he has a doctorate in theology, I believe. He is a wonderful man. We actually go to his wife's flower shop quite often. And I know he's going to do an amazing job, and he was honored to be asked to officiate at her funeral. So I'm really proud that it's him that's doing it. And you might have seen my poll about what I want to get for a memorial for her. It seems like everybody likes this bench. It's got butterflies on it, and it says unseen, unheard, but always near. Still loved, still missed, and always dear. So we're going to try to make that happen. Real quick, let's see if my computer will cooperate with me, we'll take a look at little Adina's obituary. It's very short, which I guess I shouldn't be surprised, but I don't know if YouTube will get on me about the music. So it says services for Athena Alexandria Brownfield 4, Cyril resident, will be held at 2 p.m. Wednesday, January 25th, 2023 in the Stride Bank Center in Enid, with Senator Roger Thompson officiating. Services are under the kind guidance of the Amy Stittsworth Funeral Service and Cremation Directors. Athena was born on September 6, 2018 in Lawton, Oklahoma. the daughter of Wesley Robert Brownfield and Jasmine Adina K. Faircloth Brownfield, and passed from this earth on December 25th, 2022. She was raised in Nebraska and later in Oklahoma. Athena loved to color and baby shark. She and her sister were close, joined at the hip. Athena enjoyed playing dress up. Her favorite color was purple. Survivors include her mother, Jasmine of Stillwater, father, Wesley of Apache, Oklahoma, sister, Adina of Cyril, grandparents on both sides, and aunts and uncles. So we have the same favorite color. That's my favorite color too. Like I said, it's I just think it's wonderful what they're going to do for her, and I know it's going to be beautiful. So let's take a look at this clip. This is talking about Ivon being back in the Sooner State.
The man accused of killing 4-year-old Athena Brownfield now back in Oklahoma. He was extradited from Arizona today.
His return comes amid a week filled with big developments in this case.
News 9's Jordan Fremstead live in Caddo County, where Adams was booked in about an hour ago. Jordan.
Yeah, that's right, Carl and Amanda. We just found out that Adams was booked here into the Caddo County Jail. According to the official inmate roster here in Caddo County, he was booked just before 9 o'clock. That's after a 15-hour ride from Maricopa County in Arizona, where he was arrested last week. Now, this all comes right before Athena's funeral was announced this afternoon. January 10th is the day all eyes focused on the Cyril community. A mail carrier found a 5-year-old girl wandering alone. That girl is the sister of Athena Brownfield, the 4-year-old girl who vanished from her Cyril home. 2 days passed and authorities arrested Athena's caregiver, Alicia Adams, on 2 child neglect complaints. Adams' estranged husband, Ivon Adams, was arrested 900 miles away in Maricopa County, Arizona, for a murder complaint.
We're praying for her family and her relatives and for the investigators who are looking for her.
Athena's community showed up to help find her.
Without y'all, I mean, the first initial search would have been impossible. I appreciate all the hours of no sleep.
Spreading their message of hope.
We are not giving up hope.
While investigators searched the land and waters of Grady County, where the Adams used to live, before finding child remains on January 17th. Court documents reveal the words Alicia confessed to investigators. Adams said Ivon held her up by her arms and beat her on Christmas, more than 2 weeks before OSBI reported her missing. Thursday, the news of Athena's funeral appeared online with an obituary that says, Athena loved to color and baby shark. She and her sister were close, joined at the hip. Now people await the return of Ivon Adams, the second part to a story with many questions, few answers, and one grieving community. Now, Adams' wife, Alicia, is already in jail on a $500,000 bond. She is due back in court later this month. Live in Caddo County, Jordan Fremstead, Oklahoma's own News 9.
All right, Jordan, Athena and her tragic story have captured attention across the nation. Her funeral at the Stride Center in Enid on Wednesday at 2 o'clock is open to the public. Family members tell us this will allow for search volunteers and law enforcement to attend. And we have all of those details and access to our complete coverage of this case under the Athena Brownfield section of the News 9 app.
Okay, so here when he was booked, this is his information. He was booked in officially at 8:57 last night. And if you want to go to the Caddo County inmate search, you can put money in his commissary fund if you want to. Just wait, I've got something to add to that. These are his official charges. Caddo County warrant CF 2023-10. Homicide, murder in first degree, death of a child results from the willful or malicious injuring, torturing, maiming, or by person who shall willfully cause, procure, or permit any acts to be done pursuant to 10 OS 7113. 5, and he's being charged with child neglect for Adina. His mom made a post, and it says, Ivon Adams' mother wants your help. She said her baby Ivon is a good man. If you have messages to back up her claims, send them to her. She posted, if anybody has good messages with Ivon, please send them to me. I just want to help my baby and let these reporters know he's a good man and this isn't him. So maybe those same people will donate to his commissary. Now I want to play this video. And after we listen to it, I want to talk about it because I want to see if y'all hear the same thing I do. Pay attention to when he's talking about Alicia and her charges, because I was kind of like, what did he say? So let's give it a listen.
We want to get back and continue our team coverage now as we begin to learn more details about the alleged murder of Athena Brownfield. It has also led to more legal questions.
KOCO Zach Rael spoke with a Metro attorney who has been involved in countless other high-profile cases about how this could all play out for the couple accused in this case.
I would expect a case like this to take at least a year, more likely a year and a half or 2 years before it's resolved.
Defense attorney Ed Blau giving his perspective on what's next for Ivon and Alicia Adams. Ivon, arrested in Arizona, is charged with Athena Brownfield's murder. Alicia faces 2 counts of child neglect. New court documents say that Alicia confessed to investigators that her husband beat Athena on Christmas night at their Cyril home. The next day, she says he buried the 4-year-old's body near Rush Springs. Blau says depending on the evidence, it's possible more charges could be filed.
If she knew that he did it, she was under no obligation to turn him in. However, if she participated in any way in helping him or covering it up or helping him leave the state, then she would be culpable for, at a minimum, accessory after the fact.
Blau says the fact that Alicia did talk with investigators could help her down the road.
Based on the evidence we know about, it seems like Miss Adams gave information against her husband, and that likely led to his arrest and will help with the prosecution. Whether or not ultimately she agrees to testify against him, that'll depend on negotiations between her attorney and the prosecutors.
The Adams defense attorney has already asked for a gag order on this case because of the massive attention it's received. Blau says they will likely ask for a change of venue.
In a case like this, it's going to come down to, can a judge find a sufficient number of people who haven't formed opinions to sit on a jury and give these individuals fair trials? Whether or not that's possible is yet to be seen.
As far as what punishment Ivon could be facing, Blau believes this case could warrant the harshest penalty our legal system allows.
Given the brutal nature of the crime as it's been described up to this point, this would seem to be a case where a prosecutor would seek the death penalty in the state of Oklahoma.
We know Ivon Adams is being held on a $1 million bond awaiting extradition to Oklahoma. Alicia Adams, who had that court appearance today, has a $500,000 bond with some restrictions. If posted, she would not be allowed to leave the state, has to have a GPS tracker on her, and cannot contact witnesses.
All right, so did y'all hear him say that she was under no obligation to turn him in? What? You witnessed him kill a child, but you don't have to say anything? I mean, did I hear that right? I'm sick, so maybe my brain's not processing. I don't know. But he went on to say if she had helped in any way, like covering it up and things like that, that she could be held accountable as an accessory after the fact. In my opinion, she absolutely helped cover it up. We've gone through her social media post and seen how she just went on living her life like nothing had happened. So, in my mind, that is helping him cover it up. By not saying anything, aren't you helping him hide the crime? So, I'm anxious to see where this goes because her charges still have not been amended. Even after the confession that she made, I wanted them to amend the charges, and I've been waiting, but as of right now, she is still only charged with the 2 counts of child neglect. So I understand that her talking will probably get her some sort of a break. But she cannot walk away from this scot-free with a slap on the wrist. There has to be punishment of Alicia as well as Ivon, in my opinion. So if they want to negotiate with her, like to get her to testify or what have you, they can't just wipe it clean for her. She still has to be charged on some level, and she needs to do some time in prison, in my opinion, because it obviously didn't resonate with her whatsoever how awful this was for her to be able to go on with her day to day, getting her nails done and her hair done and going out to dinners and parties and her romantic weekend in Oklahoma City and making all of her like daily social media posts and things like that. You know, it obviously it didn't really affect her. And she needs to learn something from this horrible situation. And we're going to look, since we looked at hers, we're going to look at his as well, social media. And he doesn't post like she does, but I'm going to show you that it obviously didn't impact him very much either. So, I don't know. This was the happy couple on October 8th. That's Ivon with a beard. And I don't want to call her a beauty influencer anymore. Let's call her like an ugly influencer. Alicia there with him. And this was what he updated his cover photo to on October 8th. So everything's fine on October 8th. On December 8th, here they are again. Looks like everything's fine. He's still got the beard. She's still ugly. You know, whatever. And then this. This is January 1st. 1 week after he beat a 4-year-old girl to death. This is what he's doing. This is how it affected him. This is how upset he is by what he had done. So, how do you feel about that, y'all? It's hard, like, to go back. Like, when you know something has happened, and then you go back and you look, like, what were they doing in those days? And you come across something like this, and it just makes you sick. You would never look at this picture and think this man murdered a 4-year-old child last week and buried her in the middle of nowhere. I mean, there's a special place in hell for people like that. I'll just leave it there. And then I want to thank Bladen. I've been calling him Playden because I feel like he got played by the ugly influencer. But I was looking at his social media because there was one post that I wanted to read you about their weekend. And before that, he made this post. And I was like, wow, foreshadowing is a thing. Like, if he had no idea what was coming. But look at this post. I was just blown away. So on January 4th, he posts this, and It says, I do love a red flag. My spirit animal is a bull because I too charge headfirst into red flags. He sure did. A big, bright, waving red flag. He charged right into that. And I was like, damn. In 2 days is going to be their magic weekend. It's crazy. So then he posted this after the magical weekend. It's from Bladen, and he tagged Alicia in it, and it says, just want to tell you how much this weekend meant to me. Heart. Best weekend I've ever had. Just one of the many we will have. Life's a rocky road, but we're going to get through this to build something we never thought possible. We got this, baby girl. Thank you for all you've done for me. And then she comments, you're the best. Can't wait to build the best life with you. And then under that, her mom commented with like the heart eye emojis. And remember, y'all, like, they've known each other like a week at this point. Maybe a week. And, you know, she's in love, and the mom's like super happy for her. And I don't know. But I feel like Bladen got played by her. I don't know. Maybe I just don't want to believe that he knew, but I'm hoping he had no idea, because he said that he didn't know that the kids had been left by themselves. So I'm sure that he couldn't even begin to imagine what the real story was, right? It was way worse than the kids being left alone. Because her story, you know, initially was that she hadn't done anything wrong. When she left all 6 kids with Ivon. And then Ivon went to Arizona with his 4 kids and supposedly left the other 2 with a grandma. So, like I said, I feel like her charges could be amended. I mean, if I'm thinking about it the right way, I feel like they could and should be amended to some sort of accessory after the fact as far as Athena goes. But I guess we're just going to have to be patient and wait and see, because as of right now, nothing has changed. So maybe at her next status hearing or something, it will be different. The lawyer for Alicia, he's filed to get a gag order put in place, basically. And it's my understanding that the gag order covers information as far as Alicia goes, but it doesn't sound like right now it pertains to Ivon. I guess Ivon, whoever, hang on, they're going to bark. I know they're going to bark. No. Ivon's attorney will have to do that on his behalf, but basically they don't want any more information coming out to the public because she's not going to be able to get a fair trial. And they're talking about, you know, that there's probably going to have to be a change of venue and things like that. And in my mind, I'm thinking, I don't know anywhere in the state of Oklahoma that they could move it to at this point that people don't have opinions already formed about the case. And not just here, but like, you know, all across the states. People already have formed opinions about what happened. So it will be difficult to find a jury, because immediately I was like, ooh, move it to my jurisdiction. But I could never be on the jury because I've been doing these videos about it. But it's definitely going to be hard, and I don't know what else could come out at this point. I mean, I guess there is stuff that could make it worse, but at this point, what's already out there is bad enough. And her part of it, to me, like, she discussed me because she knew and just went on about her life. What I am interested in is what all they have on him. You know, the evidence that was on the phone, and we're probably not going to find out until trial. And, you know, did they find something when they went back and researched the house after dipshit confessed to what happened? Thank you, just a mama. Right, Ramblin' Rome, same. Ramblin' Rome says, come to my neck of the woods. If not on jury, I'll be there holding you in judgment. It is my plan, my hope, my goal, whatever you want to call it. When this does go to trial, I would like to be at least a few of the court dates, just sort of in honor of Athena and seeing that justice is served for this little girl. It depends on when it happens and things like that, but that is my goal, is to be there, just to honor this sweet little girl, just so she's got somebody there in her corner, you know. I was planning to go Saturday down to Cyril and out to Rush Springs and, you know, kind of visit the memorial that's forming for her and like leave a candle and things like that. Obviously I won't have her bench yet because I've still got to get the money and order it, but you know that I've been dealing with pancreatitis and I've been really sick. Yesterday I barely got out of bed except just to shower. And my husband, they've got their pre-deployment training again this weekend. So it's not going to be possible for me to go. Plus now we've got a chance for rain coming and things like that. But also, we're all adults here on this channel, right? And you know that I value everyone's opinion and don't expect you to always agree with me. I think it's healthy that everyone doesn't always agree. And I love that you guys are respectful of each other's opinions. So I was going to go, and another YouTuber from Oklahoma was going to go, and we were going to meet and go together. And she messaged me that a YouTuber that has a big following, that they seem to, it's her and then she's got kind of a group of 4 that I kind of call the circus. They kind of attach themselves to cases like Gabby Petito, Quentin Simon, things like that. And where they go, drama follows. And the YouTuber from Oklahoma that I'm talking about, she's got a new channel. She has, I think it's like under 50 subscribers the last time I checked. And she was super excited that this YouTuber had reached out to her. And I get it. You know, it's hard to grow a channel. It is. And I have told myself that as much as I want to grow my channel, I want to do it the right way. No, not you, Ramblin' Rome. I want to do it the right way and keep my morals intact, if you will. And how do I put this? So the big YouTuber wanted to go live with us while we were there on Saturday. And I immediately was just like, because I wasn't going there for clout, for views, what have you. Honestly, had no intention of going live. I might have taken some pictures or a video and showed them to you later, but I'm not going to exploit the situation, if you will. I don't want the environment, the atmosphere around this child in this case to turn into a chaotic circus. And I've seen it happen with the YouTuber, the big YouTuber. So I understand why the small Oklahoma YouTuber was excited, because this is an opportunity to get her name out there, and maybe people from the larger channel will subscribe to her channel and she will grow. And that's great. I'm all for it. If that's what you want to do, and she likes these people, like she watches them, she subscribed to them, and she likes them. And that's fine. I mean, y'all can watch whoever you want to watch. I don't care. I'm not your mom. But I don't want to hitch my wagon to those people. I don't want to associate myself with the chaos and the drama that comes with them. And while it may have gotten me more subscribers, it's just, yeah, just a mama. That would be the big YouTuber. It's just not who I am. It's just not. And I'm not going. I seriously, I cannot go due to still dealing with the pancreatitis, and my husband will be out of town, and we've got the animals to take care of and what have you. And then the weather, I just don't think it's a good idea for me to be out and maybe take a chance of getting more sick. But had I been able to go, I think I would have canceled. I think I would have canceled because, like I said, that's not who I am. I don't want to be a part of that. And I'm proud of her because she said, she's still going to go, and good for her. And, her channel may grow exponentially, and she may blow me out of the water. She may have a bigger channel than me, faster than me, but to me, that's not what's important. What's important to me is this little girl. It's Athena and it's Adina. And I always try to keep that in my mind. This isn't the Ivon and Alicia case. This is Athena's case. As soon as I no, Ramble and Rome, the small YouTuber is from Oklahoma. The big YouTuber is who Just a Mama mentioned. The big YouTuber wants to do a live with the little YouTuber. And as soon as I read the message, I was like, oh my God. And I messaged my friend Brooks from Crime Lines and Lies, and I was just like, damn, you're not going to believe this. And I'm so thankful for my friend Brooks, because it's great to have someone else that's doing what you're doing to kind of bounce stuff off of once in a while. When you're kind of going in a direction and you're just like, which way do I want to go? It's kind of nice when you have somebody that's doing the same thing that can kind of help, you can talk it through, if you will. And I told my husband and I told my daughter. And the first thing my daughter said was like, oh, no, she's not coming to Oklahoma, is she? And I'm like, oh, hell, I hope not. I don't want her in Oklahoma. So I don't think they're going to come here. I mean, the arrests have been made and things like that. But she does want to latch onto the case via YouTubers that are going to the area. And if you like her, that's fine. It's just, she's not my style. She's just not. Her and the circus that surrounds her, the other YouTubers that kind of go hand in hand with her, it's not my style. And that doesn't mean that the way they go about things is wrong. It works for them, but it doesn't work for me. So I'm rambling. I'm sorry, but I just wanted to explain why I told you I was going to try to go this weekend and why I am not. And it's mainly because I've been sick and my husband's going to be out of town and we've got all the animals and what have you to deal with here. So I can't go. But had I been able to go after hearing that, I would have not gone. So they're supposed to be live, I believe, at like noon or 1 o'clock or something on Saturday. And I don't know what it may entail. I haven't asked any more questions. I haven't talked to her anymore. And I have never talked to the circus YouTubers. I have no affiliation with the circus YouTubers. And like I said, if you like them and you like their style, that's fantastic. You can like them and you can like me, and you know, it is what it is. I probably like YouTubers that you guys don't like, right? Like I said, we're all adults here. It's just a personal choice that I made for myself, that I refuse to do that with my channel. It's my channel. It's my baby. And as much as I want to grow, I want to grow the right way. The way that I present things. I want people here that appreciate the way that I present things. I don't want subscribers from another channel to just subscribe to me because, oh, she was on such and such channel. You know what I mean? If they do, that's great. If I'm on their channel and they like when I go on Crime Lines and Lies or True Crime with Dago or whatever, and I'm talking and people like what I have to say, and then they come over here. Like, I'll go on different YouTubers' panels and discuss stuff, and if their viewers come over here, then that's fantastic because they liked what I did on panel. But I hate to use this phrasing, but I'm not a tragedy pimp. I'm just not. And I will cover the cases, but I don't want to exploit them. I hope that makes sense. I hope that makes sense and that you guys can respect that. Ramblin' Rome. I really want to go to Enid on Wednesday. I do want to go to the service if I can. A lot of it is going to depend on what's going on with my husband and this pre-deployment situation. But if I can, yes, I am going to go. And when I get her bench and I take it out there to place it, like I said, I may make a video, I may take pictures because I want to show you guys, especially if you guys contribute, if you guys send me money, like through PayPal, CashApp, Venmo, whatever, and you tag that money to go towards Athena's bench, then obviously I'm going to take a video and pictures and show you that I did in fact get the bench and place it out there, that I spent your money the way you wanted it spent. But I'm not going to go live and be like, hey, look at me putting this bench out here for this little girl. I'm so cool. I'm so awesome. No. Now, if I go to the trial, would I maybe go live and be like, hey, I'm outside the courthouse, I'm waiting to go in, you know, I'll check in with you when we go on a break and let you know what's going on? Sure, maybe. Because that's about the monsters. That's not about this little girl. She deserves dignity. They don't. And so, yeah, that I'm done talking about it. I just felt like it was really important for me to say that, to kind of put that out there into the YouTube world, that I would love to have a huge channel. I would love to have, 10,000 followers or whatever, but I'll get there in my own time and with the right people. And you guys are the right people. And I love all of you. Like, when I get troll comments or I'm sick, you guys post stuff to me that the other day there were comments that almost made me cry. It was so sweet. And you email me, and I really feel like, yeah, we've got 1.7K people, but it still feels like a little family. I care about what goes on with you guys, and it really touches me that you care about what's going on with me and the dogs and Steve, of course. And that's the kind of channel I want to have. No matter how big it gets, I still want this feeling that I have right now. That I don't feel good today, and I wanted to do this video, and I almost just pre-recorded it. But I was like, you know what? I want to talk to my people. It's heavy information and it's kind of sad. And I wanted to come on here and just talk with y'all. Not do a pre-recorded video, just come on here and talk with y'all. And it actually did make me feel a little better, because I was quite down before I went live. I have just been in this kind of melancholy kind of mood today. Just this kind of funk, because I've been working on this case, and I'm working on a presentation about Anna Walsh's husband, Brian. Another tragic case. And then, of course, I have been really digging in to a lot of the possibilities with the Nothing Burger case. And it's heavy. And I'm not sleeping well. And when I can't sleep, I'm up working on this stuff. Like yesterday, I barely got out of bed, but I had my computer and I was working on a presentation. So today, I just wanted to come on, feeling good or otherwise, and just talk. And tell you what wonderful things are happening for this little girl, to celebrate her life, as short as it was. And I think it's beautiful. And I love my state. I love the Oklahoma people. This is just another example of the Oklahoma standard, in my opinion. They've given her this beautiful space to have the service in, and it's massive. And everyone that's come to love this child can be there. And they don't have to worry, the cost. I know she's going to have the best of the best. And the senator is a wonderful man, and he will do a fantastic job. And that makes me happy. And I wanted to share that with you, because for them to look at this as a blessing, to being able to do this for this little girl is a blessing. It just touched my heart. It did. And I hope it touched yours as well. We have some bad people here, but they're everywhere. But for the most part, Oklahoma people, you just can't beat them. You really can't. They're very wonderful, selfless people. Like, you've seen when we have tornadoes and what have you, everybody just comes together and pitches in. And if you can help somebody, you do. If I've got $1 and you need $1, I'm going to give you my $1. It's how it's done here. It's how I was raised, and that's why I wanted to come home. After my parents passed away, they were buried here in Oklahoma, and I wanted to come home because I miss that. There's a lot of places in this world that people just aren't like that, and I truly missed it, and I'm happy to be home. So, well, I've kept you here with my rambling for about an hour, but I hope that I gave you good information. about what's been happening with the case, that Ivon is back, and that this little angel is going to get a wonderful send-off from this beautiful state of Oklahoma. So thank you guys for coming here and listening to me and just being here in general. If you haven't already, if you could give this a thumbs up, I would appreciate it, because it helps kind of send it out into the YouTube algorithm and more people can see what's being done for Athena and Adina, because remember, we have the fund for Adina as well. If you aren't subscribed, I would encourage you to join what is actually probably one of the most amazing communities on YouTube, and share it on your social media. I would appreciate that. Like I said, I've linked her obituary, and in her obituary there are links for sending flowers, planting trees, etc. And I have linked the bank that is collecting funds for the family that is caring for Adina, so we can get her lots of new clothes and toys and everything a little 5-year-old girl should have, because she deserves it. You know, I've been sitting and wondering, did she ever have any toys that were just her own? You know, how often did she get new clothes? You know, things like that. And the money going to the family that's caring for her can go for things like that. And that little girl deserves all the best. She does. What she's been through is terrible. And it's going to be very, very hard for her to move forward. So these people can, you know, help her take her first steps towards doing that. So it's all linked in the description box. And as always, thank you all so much for spending a little bit of your day with me. And I'm not sure if I will make another video today or not. If not, look for a few coming this weekend that I've been working on. And as always, I will see you all in the next one. Bye.